So today's video, we're gonna be talking about the budget thermal optic. So just a disclaimer, the company sent this out to me, but I did a little bit of reviewing myself online to see what people would say. I'm gonna be testing this out. I'm gonna be putting several rounds through it, seeing if it'll hold zero, giving you guys an update in a couple months after I've used it for some more time. But I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts on this. Even though it was sent out to me for testing, but I'm gonna do an honest review because I'm not going to sell my viewers. I'm not going to tell you guys BS because I respect you guys and care about the people that actually watch my videos, and I take pride in what I do in firearms topics, gun laws, etc. So we're gonna mount this on the gun. All right, now that they got the rifle on the optic on the rifle, we're gonna sight it in. So this thing has settings where you can change pretty much everything. You can change the color of the optic, you can change the color of the reticle, you can adjust the clarity. It's got pretty much settings for everything, and I'll go through some of that in detail in a minute here. But let's see if we can get this sighted in. You can also zoom in using this. Wow, you could literally see where you hit on the target just from the bullet hole. So I'm gonna continue to sight this thermal scope in. But first, before we do that, you can actually connect via Bluetooth and via Wi-Fi to this and actually record. So it has its own internal storage. It can also be charged through this charging port right here. It's got a battery you can take in and out, but got a setting where you can actually record and take pictures of everything you see through this scope. You can also hook it up to your iPhone. So if you wanna record hunting, whatever you're doing, you could actually record it straight to your iPhone. So you don't have to hook up to this and export the photos. You can actually hook via Wi-Fi. So now that we showed you all the settings, all the different little things that you can adjust, the zeroing, you can adjust the color of the reticle, change the reticle, record. You know, this could very well be a good entry-level option to get into coyote hunting, nighttime hunting, etc., raccoon hunting, or even spotting intruders in the night. The biggest thing with scopes that are a little bit more inexpensive compared to the, you know, top brands is, will it hold zero? So we're gonna finish zeroing it, then we're gonna put rounds through it and see if it actually holds the zero that I've set, because that's the biggest question, will it hold zero? And that's the thing that I'm worried about, the thing that if this actually holds zero, this is very well something I'm gonna use for coyote hunting this season and fur bearing season, because in my state of New York, you can only use thermals, optics, and lighting devices for hunting fur bearers and coyotes. So that's like raccoons and coyotes. Let me finish this, we'll get into it. Okay, so it was shooting a little bit low, so we're gonna adjust it up. Shoot two. Yeah, so it's definitely shooting too low. It was definitely probably set for a longer distance. All right, it's still shooting too low, so we're gonna bring it up a lot more. So it seems to actually have a good grouping originally. It's just I had to bring it up a little bit. So it seems like I got it on now. The one thing is the zeroing is digital. There's not any actual like manual adjustment on it. It's all through the system here. So we'll see how that holds up over time when I do another review after a few months of using this. Maybe after actually using it for hunting coyotes, if I actually can get out this year. Now that we have a zero, we're gonna just confirm that zero, and then we're gonna put a couple rounds through it. And let's just hope, because this gun is over gas, that it doesn't blow up in the process. So we got a pretty good zero in here. The thing is also is this rifle isn't as accurate as, it's not a sub MOA gun, so I got it pretty much as good as I'm gonna get it. So we're gonna start with 10, this is 10. So we probably already shot 10 through it, so, but we're gonna see if it actually holds to zero. We're gonna shoot in this top left corner here where there's no shots. And this thing is so overgassed, it's not fun to shoot. tires. So we're gonna shoot 10 more rounds through it. This thing being overgassed, it's putting a lot more pressure on it. It's putting a lot more wear and tear and movement on the scope. And in the later video, after I've shot hundreds of rounds through it, we're gonna give you my thoughts. And if in the meantime, I figure out that this thing is not holding up, it's not holding up to expectations, if I wouldn't recommend it, obviously I'm not gonna sell my viewers that I respect and recommend something that's not worth it. So far, this seems like a good budget thermal that is holding up to what I'm shooting, because I'm shooting it on a piece of overgassed AR in New York State, and it seems to be holding up quite well. Let's put another 10 rounds through it. All right, this is gonna be 40. Got a double feed. So we're gonna check out our little grouping here. So that's where I was aiming, and obviously I don't have a pistol grip or anything to actually hold on to. So this was already here. These were, I think, already here. This was the main group here. Obviously, if this was a coyote, it'd probably be dead. We're gonna come out with a follow-up review on this, but for the meantime, if you go on their site, check it out. This thing actually holds up after months and months of use, because right now I'm pretty happy with it. You know, sometimes it does have a little bit of a lag spike, but it comes right back. It's maybe like half a second, not even a second of hang time that it'll like kind of lag for a second because it's digital. But this has a lot of features on it. I've thrown it around my truck, and you know, it's holding up. It's shooting where I'm aiming, because part of it's also this rifle's a piece. I think I've said that multiple times already. It's because it's one of the only rifles that I could just throw this on and give it a fair shake. And I think it says more to the testament of the scope being on a rifle so overgassed. Like, the bullets are shooting that way. Instead of shooting in the middle or shooting back under gas, it's shooting literally at like a 20-degree angle out of the ejection port. So it's held zero. We're gonna give you an update in the future on it. For the price point, you're not spending thousands of dollars trying to get in the woods to hunt. There's also other reviews out there where people go into detail, people go do more than maybe I've done today, but I'm also gonna do a follow-up. This seems like it's held up really good. It does what you would want it to do. It illuminates, it displays the heat signatures. You can tell, I was looking at a window and you can see around the edges, you can see where the heat is coming in, especially on these 90-degree days, these 100-degree days that are going on. So you can really tell where you're losing heat or where heat's coming in, not just for hunting. Comes with scope rings, comes with everything you need, comes with a battery, has all the adjustments you need. And you know, if you got a YouTube where you're hunting and you're doing all those things, it's got features where you can take pictures. It's got an internal storage, so you can record it right to your phone, or it can save right into this device here. The only question is, you know, during coyote season, during the colder temperatures, because this is battery powered, how will it hold up? The good thing is you can get multiple batteries, change the batteries out, and have multiple batteries on you, because obviously the cold will atrophy the batteries. So that is yet to be seen, but that will be in the follow-up video when we talk about this. But I can't say too much negative about it besides, you know, it's GOYOJO. Might not be your Gucci brand, but you know, obviously you might not be using it, like I said, to go to Iraq or nighttime operation with, you know, in the middle of war. But for hunting, but for shooting, maybe even for self-defense, you know, this should work pretty decent. And obviously when I had it off of the gun, had somebody try it on me, like the scope off of the gun so they're not pointing a gun at me, and the heat signature actually works. If anything changes, I'm gonna show you guys exactly. If it falls apart, I'm gonna update you guys. I'll tell you guys exactly how it is. If you enjoyed, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow. So I was gonna be sending a discount code. Maybe they'll send it to me by the posting of this video. I don't have it right now, but if you do wanna purchase one, I'll put a link to it in the description. To give me a discount code, you can use that. I don't get anything from this. They sent me the scope to review. I'm giving you my honest opinion on it. If I spent my hard-earned money on it, I have an empathetic conscience, so I feel bad about things when I do things wrong. I'm gonna tell you. So if something's not good, I'm gonna tell you. And just like with my rifle, I spent my money on it. That thing's a piece of scope, a lot more quality than that rifle, and it's held up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is held up being on a piece of overgassed rifle, where when a rifle's overgassed, there's a lot more wear and tear. It's literally the bolt is slamming back. way harder than it should. Things are gonna break way quicker, and it's held up, it's held at 0. None of the electronics have been destroyed. And they don't recommend this because if you're gonna store it for long periods of time, it says leave it in a cool, dark place, but I left it in my truck on these 100-degree days. Nothing was fried, nothing was damaged. Because if it's broken apart, I'm just gonna tell you the thing's a piece. It seems like they actually put some decent quality into this, and I will update you guys with a long-term review when that comes around. See you on the next one, guys.